Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently waiting on our truce with Chile, which is actually, I believe, up. So let's take a quick look at this here. What do we got here? Diplomacy. Yes. Fantastic. So now we could conquer another state. We could go after Los Rios, which is their capital state. That is their state that has a bunch of potential coal mines, but no real gold. We could go after Araucania, which we already have some of. Yes. They have functionally 3 states remaining. Okay, there are 3 gold mines available here, and I feel like this is probably the one that we go after. 406k here in their capital, 364k. So there's actually less in their capital than there is in Araucania. Fascinating. And then in Patagonia, 100k. So I think that this is absolutely where we go. This will kind of split them up in some awkward ways, but let's go ahead and do a conquer state in Araucania. Now, who might join? Great Britain. Hopefully they won't. 9.9 infamy. We're at 35.2 right now. We're still going to be lower than we were at our peak. So let's give it a go, and we'll see here if Great Britain decides to do anything. For the time being, we're going to mobilize this guy, and we're going to send him to defend, or rather to attack this front. There we go. Excellent. Chile began mobilization and conscription. We're expecting to be able to just beat them, right? Oh yeah, definitely. We shouldn't have to raise anything up even. 1 + 3 is their battalions. So that's not too concerning. What is potentially concerning is Great. They're currently mobilizing and drafting, so presumably they are in their own... They have their own problems here. They're fighting against France. And this diplomatic play is active. But France is definitely a bigger threat for them. They could still theoretically jump in here a little bit, but we'll see what they decide to do. I don't actually expect Great Britain to do anything here. So we're now in the diplomatic maneuvers phase. That's great. We are, of course, continuing to work on our railway here, and we're negative on our bureaucracy at this moment. I wouldn't mind changing out a few of our trade routes here, but I think it's okay. We should probably consider constructing a government administration somewhere. Like, for example, Buenos Aires, but Santiago would probably be even better. There's 133k peasants there. So we'll get that going, but I don't want that to be before this railway. We'll move that down and do that, like, after the shipyard. Cool. So that's underway. And we'll see how this plays out, this diplomatic play. With any luck, Great Britain will declare neutrality. That's what we're looking for here. And if that happens, then we're all good. If it doesn't happen, problems could ensue. But we'll see. We are a little bit negative on our cash right now, and I'm assuming that's due to our military being up. I'm not too concerned about that. And I'm not too concerned about the Chilean military either. They really shouldn't be a problem. Graduated taxation? That's probably not a thing that we want, right? Yeah, that wouldn't really help us. So we're not going to do that at this time. And yeah, we have an 82% advantage here, even without getting anything going there, so that's great. We're at 51 contested government. Noted. There's nothing that we could do better as of right now. So, and we're now in the countdown to war. So it looks like Britain is not going to be joining. Chile backed down. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. So 2 more wars until we can fully annex Chile, right? That truce is going to be another 5-year? Yeah, 5-year truce. Sounds good. Top priority. Well, we get this incorporated, sure. But the top priority here is going to be bumping up these gold mines. There we go. We'll get those expanded as quickly as we can. Those will go reasonably fast. 19 weeks each, it looks like. And that'll be good. The conquest of the desert. At long last, the South belongs to us. Kind of. 100% migration attraction here for Patagonians, so not bad. So that'll be nice, and we definitely do need to deal with this bureaucracy, right? There's no doubt about that. I think dropping our colonial affairs... Can we get our colonial affairs even further down than 1? No, I think this is a minimum, isn't it? I think so. Okay, so for the moment, that's reasonably fine. The reason, of course, that our bureaucracy dropped was because we're integrating Araucania. Great Britain stopped damaging relations. That's actually really good. Cool. So Peru-Bolivia is starting to look a lot juicier. They're not juicy yet, but they're looking juicier. We've definitely increased our population by a dramatic... We have a good amount of peasants and unemployed. So that's looking absolutely great. And we're going to finish up these gold mine constructions. That will be so profitable for us that we don't care about building up our interest right now. Although it wouldn't be ideal. Do we have an import route here on lead already? Because we do need to... Oh, New Granada is improving relations. Sure. We do definitely need to work on our bureaucracy, but it has actually recovered quite a bit. We've got clippers, engines, and engines. We can probably back off on at least one of those each. So let's take this one out. And for clippers, this one. That was delivering 0 clippers, I believe. So let's do that. That'll put us positive in our bureaucracy. Wonderful. 1.81k in unrealized taxes, almost certainly due to our radicals. Although, yeah, just radicals looks like. Cool. Did that railway get finished? No, it did not. Noted. Absolutely noted. So Chile is going to be annexed in 2 more wars, right? That'll be the goal there. They don't have much left at this point. And there's not really people who can go after them. We would like to go after either Brazil or Peru-Bolivia. Actually, Brazil is looking a little bit vulnerable, potentially. 32 plus 10. 25 plus 57. They have a lot of conscripts. 102 compared to our 24, but we can bump that up dramatically. So that's going to be interesting. This vandalism must cease. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. We did finish up one of those gold mines, and the gold mine should hire in... Yeah, definitely. So that's great. That's looking absolutely phenomenal. I would like to go into our locations with resources. I want to build, and I'm going to put these at the bottom of the list. 1 level anywhere where there isn't already a level, right? So 1 level in Jujuy. For oil rigs, we don't have any available locations right now. For sulfur mines, 1 level in Patagonia, 1 level in Santiago. These are low priority just to get these eligible for auto expansion later on. So something along the lines of this. Very, very low priority. Okay. We could do something similar for tobacco plantations, sugar plantations, dye plantations, just 1 level, for cotton plantations, for coffee, for bananas, for wheat, for rice, for maize, and for livestock. Cool. Now that'll use up a lot of that arable terrain, but that will get them eligible for auto expansion later. Now, for the moment, I'm going to cancel all of these down here that are not those that we just queued up. There we go. For now. I would like to get us more construction eventually. We're definitely still constructing slowly. 37,000 people annually now. That's much, much better. So 4.16 million is looking pretty solid. Is this our final gold mine here? No, this is our penultimate. Okay. Noted. So our GDP has been chilling around 19 million. for a while now. Peru-Bolivia wants a trade agreement. Sure, why not? That does cut our income due to presumably tariffs, but I wouldn't mind having decent relations with Peru-Bolivia right now, because we're probably going to look to attack Brazil at some point relatively soon. Realistically, what state would we want? Rio Grande do Sul would be okay, 254k. Okay, so it would probably end up being this one just for the population. Sure. For the moment, I want to pop over into our state actions and make sure that all of these are incorporated. They indeed are. Oil has been discovered in Alto Paraguay, and we can now build oil rigs there. That's a very big deal. We can only build 3, but we will do so. We will do that, I think, after these gold mines are done. Cool. There we go. Okay, so that is absolutely great that we found some oil there. We're hoping that we can push up and take over a decent amount of additional territory over here. But in order to do that, we do really need to get our economy more fully online. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. I do think that we can probably get away with another construction sector. And it does have economy of scale. So we're going to build that over here as our top priority right now. Cool. So that'll be done in... because I really do think that we can get away with that. There we go. And this gold mine will be done very soon as well, so that will help our... That'll help offset those costs, right? So that'll be fine. We're expecting this number to drop a little bit here, but this number to come up as that works on filling itself out. So that should be absolutely great. No problem whatsoever there. Wood and tools are currently expensive. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Lead is just wildly fluctuating in price. That's to be expected, realistically. Okay, so gold mines are going to be done in 15 weeks here. And actually, well, this increased construction didn't actually get populated yet, right? That's what I'm guessing. Where did we build that? I think it was built in... here? Question mark? Yes. So yeah, this is still working on hiring up. It'll be a bit. No doubt on that. So 10.3k. That said, 2% state construction efficiency. I would like to see these numbers improve, but for now, it looks like we just don't have any workforce here. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what's going on here. Looking at this, there are no peasants, and presumably no unemployed either. That's not shocking. But we'll move in a few more people eventually. There are 3 unemployed people. Fantastic. We've got a massive labor shortage. There's no doubt about that one. But for the time being, we will continue to work here. Pan-nationalism has been unlocked. That's nice. That is definitely nice, but we're working on reinforced concrete right now. We want to build faster. Absolutely. Our GDP is now up to 19 worldwide. Our per capita GDP is a bit lower, but I'm guessing that's because we just took this over and its GDP is probably not great. If I had to guess. That said, we will be working on these gold mines here, and they'll be finishing up quite soon. What else are we working on over here? I mean, there's the fishing wharf. And the railway. But I mean, it'll be oil mines, or rather oil rigs, after this. So we have those constructing now, and we can definitely go up to rail transportation on that and be publicly traded for the time being. Steam-powered derricks is all we've got for the moment. But that's looking reasonably good. Cool. We're slightly negative in our cash right now. And The reason for that is likely due to what? Some of it's unrealized taxes. Most of it is just the interest, though. Understood. For the moment, our economy is, despite what this says, healthy. Actually, this is not saying that we're unhealthy, so that's good. Market access in Mendoza is only 89%, though, and we do need to get these oil rigs done so that we can get that railway finished up. That's probably a big part of it, actually, is that market access here is dropping. So realistically, let's get the railway working at the top. Cool. So that'll be done in 15 weeks. That's looking good. We're going to be done with our truce with Chile eventually, and we'll go after the rest of their locations, for sure. But we've now got 4 million population. Of those, only 2,000 are unemployed. We do have 161,000 peasants still. And those are mostly in Santiago. Well, we do have a number of things queued up for Santiago. Let's go ahead and make sure that the Santiago locations are moved up here. So Santiago, 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 Santiago. We'll move this one on up, and this one. I just want to make sure that these are all near the top, because they will actually have people to work in them. Or at least most of them will. What else do we have here? None of these are in Santiago, and none of these are either. Perfect. So that's now correctly set up. This should eat into those peasants pretty thoroughly. The tooling workshop should definitely be moved up here to be at that point. There we go. 6 more weeks on our railway in Santiago, and that'll be perfect. 18.6 million now. Our GDP has definitely dropped. Our per capita GDP has actually come up in terms of the worldwide number. I like it. And we do have some growing radicals. How's our legitimacy looking? It's dropped into unacceptable, only barely. And there's not really anything we can do about it other than lower taxes, which I'm not currently comfortable doing. So we'll get this railway done here, and Mendoza, of course, needs infrastructure as well as Santiago. So we'll go ahead and get that queued up there. Excellent. And the Santiago one will finish up in 2 weeks beyond that. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, Mendoza definitely needs that. We've already got our decree there, right? For road maintenance? Yes, we do. Beautiful. So that's fine for the moment. That railway in Santiago just finished. So now we can definitely drop our decree for road maintenance. Oh, there wasn't one in Santiago. Okay, noted. For some reason, I was thinking that there was one. Oil has been discovered in Peru, Bolivia / Ecuador. Okay. We'll want to get some of that eventually, but we'll see if we get up there in time. Cool. So market access in Mendoza is still low. We'll have this railway done in 17 weeks. So that'll be good progress there. We are definitely losing money right now due to our construction. No shockers there. And we're also seeing some market access dropping here, which is unfortunately going to require an additional railway. There's no way around it. We've already got that decreed. So we're going to have to put in a railway here, and we'll do it like this. There. So at least we're working on these. There is that. 13 weeks on the railway for Mendoza. Mendoza is the primary issue right now. We definitely want to get that market access back up. There's no doubt about that one. What is going on here? Revolutionary Chile is planning on attacking Chile. We can't side with Revolutionary Chile due to our truce. Revolutionary should win, right? I feel like, yeah, they should. And we don't have a truce with them. So that would run our truce out quicker, in theory. Hang on. Can we just directly attack them? No, that's right. We can't do that. Well, we'll see if our truce goes away after this. Hopefully it will. That's kind of a fingers crossed moment there. So we're going to get this railway finished up soon enough. Checking in on our legitimacy, it's still at 49. I would... Oh, there's a reinforced concrete done. That's good. So construction sector building throughput is very important at this point. And I wouldn't mind getting more throughput for that. Where does that lead? That leads to, like, pneumatic tools. Do it. Okay. So that immediately jumps up to 27. That's much better. Excellent. We're not going to take any action on Revolutionary Chile right now. We're going to use this time to accelerate. And that'll be great. We're definitely running some input goods shortages. No doubt about that one. Let's check in on our coal situation. Okay. There's an input goods shortage of coal. So it's just Mendoza needs to get more market access, which it's going to do once it gets this railway done. So that's good. And of course, our market access up here is not super low, but we definitely want to improve it. So this railway finishes. There we go. That's going to be expensive. But this oil rig will be done in 25 weeks. Oil is mostly going to be a cash product for us right now. But we're going to need oil later. There's no doubt about that one. So we'll keep an eye on this war. I'm definitely concerned about our income right now. No doubt about that, but oil discovered in La Paz, in Peru, Bolivia. Okay. No real concerns there right now. So Mendoza having its market access will be very helpful. In Santa Fe, that's actually really interesting. So Santa Fe is up over here. That means that we queue up those oil rigs. Beautiful. We still want to prioritize this railway, and we'll move up these oil rigs if it'll let me. There we go. Cool. And actually, the tooling workshop I would like to place in this position. There we go. That's looking good. So we'll get that underway. That will drop the price of tools somewhat. Buenos Aires is currently at 99%. I would like to instead run a road maintenance here and get rid of these road maintenances. Although this one is likely still necessary until this railway finishes. This road maintenance should not be necessary. Actually, it is. That's wild to me. This road maintenance is actually necessary. Okay. Well, for the time being, that will help us out. Cool. We definitely need to raise up this market access. But we're working on that. Landed voting with the extreme radicalism right now. We'll think about that. So we're on autocracy right now. 120 legitimacy from government clout. 30 legitimacy from including the head of state in the government. One government size allowance plus 20% government ideology penalty. So that'll hurt us, I think. 100 legitimacy from government clout and 40 from votes. So that's 140 total legitimacy. Compared to 150 that we get with autocracy. And this will lower our current legitimacy by 33. Most people oppose autocracy. The only ones who don't are the landowners. So we may be forced into going into landed voting. It would not be ideal. Open hearth process. Cool. So that will give us some steel mill upgrades. And that's actually really good. Increasing our steel mill throughput would be fantastic. Now, this shipyard in Santiago, we want to be on clipper ships, so that's correct. Government administration can flip over to standardized filing system, giving us plenty of bureaucracy. And I did want to hop over to the steel mills and go down to the open hearth process. There we go. Fantastic. We need more coal and iron. That's a perennial issue, unfortunately. Okay. And now this revolution is brewing. They can't actually make this happen, though, at this moment. But this may actually end up being a good thing for us. We'll placate them and see just how much radicalism we lose. Oil discovered in Cajamarca, that's fine. Repeaters have been unlocked. Cool. We're not going to do anything there. So that's in Guyana. Rubber has been discovered. Sure. For the moment, no radicalism has been lost. But I'm guessing that happens when this goes through. Which there's a 100% chance. We just don't have the support of the people. And honestly, getting higher legitimacy would be fine. We can give up on autocracy. I'm not too concerned about it. We have actually lost a little bit of radicalism here. That's nice. And this railway will finish up very shortly here. Our economy is currently unhealthy, and I do agree with that. But we're in an okay situation, as far as that goes. Questionable practices, huh? The Buenos Aires Asylum is apparently not doing well. I don't want to spend $4,700 on government expenses for 5 years. That's for sure. Let's let the Catholic Church take it over. What could possibly go wrong? Fantastic. So these oil rigs are underway, and this tooling workshop is almost done. So that's great. We can go up to Santiago now and take a look at this tooling workshop, which is making money at this moment. Okay, so it's going to be sitting somewhere around here. Noted. Wood and coal are still expensive. That's to be expected at this moment. And landed voting will be finishing up eventually. So Alto Paraguay is going to be getting its oil rigs soon. Now, we don't have much for oil consumption right now, right? How are we doing? We're currently getting our oil from whaling rigs. How is our oil going, though? There's no demand. Noted. We will have to generate that demand. There will be demand for oil. So for the moment, that seems reasonably fine. This does mean that we should probably cancel these constructions, though. Actually, wait. One of those should be resumed. And that is specifically this one. Okay, there we go. And that's for auto expansion purposes. So textile mills are on auto expand. And in rural areas, all of these should be on auto expand. Beautiful. Gold mines can't be expanded, obviously, because we have those maxed out. We're going to have to go through some of this. I think that's pretty clear. But let's go ahead and do so. So we can go down to fertilizers here. Definitely. Fig orchards, harvesting tools, and that's not fully put together. For livestock ranches, we'll do slaughterhouses. Anything else here? Yes. Sulfur mines. Rail transportation into publicly traded. Looks good. The rest of this, sawmills, hardwood production, steam donkeys, rail transportation, and publicly traded. Okay. Looks good. Oil discovered in Guyana. Sure. Ooh, an Araucania. So we should definitely come down here and start an oil rig there. Excellent. And with that, it is past time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to look to balance our budget out a little bit, hopefully. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.